Hi everyone, Dr. Ty and Dr. Sean here, and this is our core module. And there's so much importance, I can't stress this enough, for us to have a strong core. How our muscle system and our musculoskeletal system works is we can't have just one side of our body being strong and the other one being weak. It throws everything off, and one of the number one causes of back pain and back problems is a weak core, because our backs are usually pretty strong. And why is that? Because we bend forward all the time, right? We bend forward to tie our shoes, bend forward to pick things up. We're always bending forward. So these muscles are usually decently in shape. It's these guys that we don't work enough, okay? So we're gonna show you a few different exercises that can go from basic to advanced. And so you can do them as hardcore as you want or start it as easy as you want, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna talk about is brushing your teeth. I know that sounds weird, but one of the things that I have to do in my life, because I'm crazy busy, is I have to couple things with other things that I do routinely, and that helps me remember to get things done. So when I brush my teeth, I've done this for 25 years, when I brush my teeth, I engage my lower core, okay? How do I know it's engaged? You poke it, right? So you squeeze your lower core as hard as you can. And at first, I couldn't talk, I couldn't even brush my teeth. I'd be just standing there like this, trying to figure out, am I engaging this or not? So it takes time to create that mind-body connection, but we wanna engage it by squeezing down. It's almost like, I hate to say this, but it's almost like having a bowel movement. You're pressing, you're squeezing down like that, and then poke to see if it's tight. If it's tight, great. Now brush your teeth for 2 minutes. And every time, that's twice a day that you're gonna do that for 2 minutes. That's a workout. That's a strong, strong workout, but you're connecting that brain with the core there, okay? So that's number one thing to do. Now, on all your activities of daily living, when I bend over to tie my shoe or put my shoe on or put my sock on, I want my brain to tell my core to engage first before I do anything, okay? And when I think about it and when I put a lot of time into that, then I don't have to think about it, I just do it, right? So now I'm gonna bend over and I'm gonna tie my shoe, I'm gonna engage my core, and then I'm gonna bend. I'm gonna engage my core, I'm gonna pick up this package, I'm gonna engage my core, I'm gonna pick up my kid, whatever it might be. Anything going forward, we're gonna engage that core first throughout the day. Just think about it, be neurotic about it, and that alone, and now you're working that core and you're protecting your back, okay? Because that's ultimately what we wanna do. We need both sides of those muscles. I need my biceps and my triceps. If I don't want any shoulder injuries, I want triceps and biceps both strong equally. If one overpowers the other, then we're gonna have a blowout somewhere. My back, if my back is strong and my core is weak, we're gonna have a blowout, we're gonna have a problem at some point. If I'm strong on one side versus the other, same thing, constantly, we have to have that symmetry there, okay? So, balanced core, balanced back, everything is good. So those are some of the activities of daily living that you can do constantly on a regular basis to help that core be strong, okay? Now we're gonna show you some exercises to actually strengthen this that are pretty reasonable, pretty easy, and you can, again, from a beginner to advanced, you can do that. So we're gonna start with the dead bugs, okay? Dead bugs are knees at 90, arms up like this, and you're gonna alternate. So Dr. Sean is gonna do left leg, right arm, and we're just doing it nice and slow. And we can work our way up to 10 repetitions. 10 repetitions is always a good number. And in this whole time, he's sucking his belly button to his spine, okay? He's not just letting his legs do all the work and his arms do all the work. He's actually contracting that core, engaging that core while this whole motion is going on, okay? So again, 10 repetitions, and what that does, because he's crossing here, what that does is that engages another proprioceptive part of his nervous system to balance things out. And that is a really important thing as well. You might even feel that, wow, I'm really weak on this side, I'm really strong on this side. That's something to tell us too when you come in for your visits that you've noticed, okay? Second one is gonna be planks. Planks can be done in so many different ways. So we can go, let's go beginner, and we can do a plank on our, we'll call this a high plank on our knees. So right now he's really trying to contract that core and engage the core while he's sitting here like this. This is go as long as you can, okay? And if you can do this for a couple minutes, then you're plenty good to move on to the next. The next would be bent knees but on elbows. So this is called a low plank, okay? So now he's not got so much, what do we want to call it, so much leverage out there that the core is having to grab on. It's more doable. Again, we're working our way, this is graduating up. If this is easy, then we go to a full plank, which you can do, let's do high plank, okay? Ooh, that was a plank walk. Huh? That's even another level there. So this is a high plank here, little easier than the low plank. What that does is, again, you're just engaging that core, you're staying as long as you can. Now let's go down into a low plank. Boom, again, squeezing that core, pulling that belly button into your spine, holding this as long as you can. Okay, go and relax down. And so yeah, really, this is not a repetition thing. This is more a time thing. So you're going for a time frame of like 3 minutes would be a really strong hold in a low plank. 5 minutes is super duper good, okay? So just kind of work your way up, see where you're at. If you're at 5 seconds or 10 seconds to start off with, great. Now we're gonna move on to more and more and more, okay? So working up to your 3 minutes would be great. That means we're really contracting and getting a strong core in there, okay? Lastly, then would be, what are we doing last?
The 2 minute?
Oh, that's right, thank you. Okay, so the last of these, that is another, a little bit more advanced, but it can be a beginner thing. We're gonna be doing a 6-inch hold off the ground. So he's gonna bring his legs up about 6 inches. The goal is to hold it there for as long as you can, but ultimately this is a routine of 4 different exercises. Go ahead and go relax your legs down. We're gonna do a 6-inch hold for a certain amount of time. Then he's gonna flutter kick for a certain amount of time. Okay, that's a flutter kick. And then he's gonna scissor kick for a certain amount of time. And then he's gonna hold again for a certain amount of time. Okay, so what's the ultimate goal? As long as you can to go through that whole rotation. So if you can only hold for 10 seconds and then flutter kick for 10 and then scissor kick for 10 and then hold for 10, start there, okay? I want you to go through all of those. If you're fatiguing yourself out by holding for 30 seconds or 20 seconds or whatever it may be, and you can't move on to the next one, well then back off the first one, if you know what I mean with that. So, and if you have any questions, just ask us when we're at the office. But yeah, so what that looks like is go ahead and go 6 inches. Let's hold it for, I mean, ultimately we'd like to go 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. That's a 2-minute routine. If you can do that, that's phenomenal. Okay, and then let's say that's 10 seconds. So go flutter kick. Okay, excellent. I'm gonna do that. And then we're gonna go scissor kick. Excellent. Then we're gonna finish off with a strong hold. Right, and relax. Excellent. So that is the really good routine to hit these hip flexors, to engage this core, to change up the balance part of the proprioceptive part by going scissor kick and flutter kick. And that's how we go and get a good strong core to help our back to be supported the right way. And it's good and measurable. Watch your progress in there, put the time into it. You can do this, you can do it daily actually if you wanted to, depending on where your level is. If you're getting up pushing hard, you might want to give it a day rest. If you're doing upwards of 20 seconds or so, and you're getting sore here, give yourself a rest. But otherwise, if you're starting the beginner level, every day this can be done. Okay, so if you have any other questions, make sure, like I said, on your visits, come talk to us about it. Tell us how it's doing. We want to know how you're going and your advancements that you're making and your achievements. But ultimately, what you're going to see is a nicer, more happy low back with all of this. Okay, so this is Dr. Sean, Dr. Ty signing off. So be blessed and be a blessing.